So, where's that new husband of yours?
I already told you, Abuela. He will be at the party.
Why didn't he escort you to the church?
It's not so sinister, Abuela, okay? He just doesn't go into churches.
All right, I'm assuming that this is not some pointless exercise. I mean, if you're going to be anywhere, you'd be here, right? You and me, we got some unfinished business. Now, I am also assuming that you remember the last chat we had in the hospital chapel the night that Shorty got sick. And I said, no more good deeds until you made my kid better. You would save Star, and then you and me, we would negotiate. Well, Star's well. So technically, I guess I owe you one. But I would like to point out that you have turned the rest of my life into a hell of a mess. Excuse me. No. You've turned the rest of my life into a hell of a mess. Blair, the custody battle, everything. You're making me feel like you're throwing me to the other guy. So let's just get this straight, all right? You don't do business in this town again, with me at least, until you tie up a few loose ends. Glad to see you're in one piece.
Yeah, like you care.
You're right, I don't care. Nice watch. Did you bump off a convenience store? Look, you just keep taking those pills, all right? They're costing me a fortune.
Yeah, what do you think the stupid watch is for?
Hi. Glad you finally showed up.
Yeah, I showed up. Now I'm leaving.
No, you're not. I want you to meet someone. Abuela, this is my husband, Todd Manning. And Todd, this is my grandmother, Maria Delgado.
Nice to meet you. Your granddaughter is a very interesting woman.
Oh, and I'm very interested in you. Thea told me very little.
Well, now that we're married, you'll have lots of time to get to know Todd. In the meantime, would you like something to drink?
Oh, drinks, that's a good idea. I'll go get him. I'll get you a tea or something, huh?
I have something for you, mija. San Juan. So you remember who you are.
I need the patron saint of Puerto Rico to remember? Why do you keep telling me that I'm not Latina enough? Okay, I am who I am.
Cálmate, Thea. I don't mean about being Latina. I mean as a person. May he watch over you. Toast.
No. San Juan. No.
I do that all the time. Lately, all I've been doing is talking to myself.
I thought you left the wedding before I did.
Yeah, I just drove around. You're kidding, right? What is this, a lawn jockey?
It's a saint.
Huh.
Abuela gave him to me.
Nice gift. Who is he?
San Juan.
Patron saint of Puerto Rico. Well, don't look at me like that. I know things.
Abuela she doesn't want me to forget who I am.
All right, I'll bite. Who are you?
This is me. This is not.
All right, so you want to redecorate. Go ahead, knock yourself out.
It's not about decor. It's what it represents.
This is about money? Look, life is a game of Monopoly, and I happen to own Park Place and Boardwalk, but you really shouldn't take it so seriously. Just spend it.
No, this is not about money either. Look, never mind. It's late.
Not that late. Look, Star and Judith and Bert are all out for the night. That just leaves you and me and San Juan here. You don't need a glass, do you?
The janitor's daughter? Come here.
Now, look, I've seen you drink champagne out of a $200 flute. Don't kid yourself. Besides, this is America. Even the janitor's daughter can grow up to be the first lady.
Or president.
All right, I stand politically corrected. Look, with your education, you've got enough grit. You can do whatever you want. Why are you bothered by this penthouse and a few $1 million?
I don't know if I can make you understand. Do you see any difference in our skin color?
No.
No. But when I fill out a form for the census or my health insurance, I can't check off white. I'm Hispanic.
So what?
So, if your last name were Delgado instead of Manning, you'd be considered a totally different race, even if everything about you were exactly the same. Look, if you lived in the basement of a Park Avenue apartment building, you'd understand what I meant. The public school where I went to high school was very Upper East Side Manhattan. Full of kids whose rich, liberal parents wanted their children to mix with minorities. I mean, that's what we were. Part of the lesson plan, you know, to teach those kids about tolerance. I felt like I wore a sign on me that said, you know, minority. But I looked just like those Anglos, so I figured it wasn't my outside. It must have been something about my inside that made me different, something invisible.
Maybe they were just stupid.
I remember begging my father for ballet classes. Ah, I remember that first class. Oh, the teacher, Miss Julia. She had long blonde hair, twirled up into a ballet bun. She had pale pink tights and a black leotard, and a tasteful little diamond on a gold chain around her neck. God, I wanted to be just like her. Miss Julia referred to us all by our first names. There was Amy, Alice, Elizabeth, Karen, and Taya, so nobody knew my secret. Finally, I was one of them. We giggled and shared confidences, and finally started to become friends. You know? I mean, Alice even asked me to come visit her at her family's place in the Hamptons. I'd never even heard of the Hamptons. I was in heaven. Then the mothers and the babysitters started to arrive to pick us up. I had totally forgotten about Abuela. I tried to act like she was my nanny. But Abuela, in her broken English, told everyone how proud she was of her granddaughter, the ballerina. In that instant, everything just changed. You know, to this day, I have yet to go to the Hamptons.
Well, the Hamptons probably suck eggs. And sounds like your ballet class was a bunch of little racists.
Yeah, well. Rachel says you're a racist. She says you made some pretty rude remarks while she was seeing Kevin for a while.
Well, they made some pretty rude remarks about me, if I remember right.
Yeah, but not about race.
I was probably just trying to push their buttons.
Is that an excuse?
No, it's just a fact of my life. I probably was a jerk. I still am if I want to be. But now I'm a different kind of jerk. Now I'm an acceptable jerk. But some people, they just hold on to their old ideas about me.
So are you saying you've changed or that it was all an act?
Both.
Huh.
Sometimes I just stir things up just to see what happens.
Well, you've never treated me with disrespect.
I've never had to.
I have a feeling that the things you value are different from what most other people value.
I don't care what other people value. You might want to try that. Takes away all their leverage.
I told myself I didn't care. I turned my back on my own people very deliberately in law school. And then when I came to Landview, I didn't become part of the Angel Square Latino community. That's why I was an outsider with those people at the wedding tonight. Just as I was an outsider on the Upper East Side of Manhattan.
And that's bad.
Well, it's strange. I mean, I grew up with that music, that food, people speaking Spanish, you know. At the wedding, I suddenly remembered how it feels to belong.
Well, you're still the same person.
Yeah. To the Anglo world, I'll always be a Latina, but to my own people, I'm a deserter. That's why I don't fit in anywhere. There is my problem.
Or you fit in everywhere. What's wrong with that?
No, if I can't accept what made me, then what real foundation do I have to build upon?
You've done all right so far.
Not everyone would agree with you.
Oh, right. Aside from marrying the town pariah.
At least I know why I did that. I'm not so sure about some of the other choices I've made.
Look, you've got to do what you do and let the rest of the world do whatever it is that they do.
But I don't need anyone. But, maybe I'm wrong. Abuela thinks so.
Look, with your brains and your looks and your motivation and my money, you can have anything, any way that you want it. So what is it that you want, Delgado? Ah. Not exactly a Spanish lullaby, but it'll do, right?
You like salsa?
No, I hate it. But the CD was a freebie at some publisher's charity dinner thing. I usually throw them out, but well, Blair liked it.
Look, I'm not usually so sentimental about my Latina roots, okay? Weddings have a strange effect on people, and I don't want you to take my little trip down memory lane the wrong way. I'm very, very happy to be Mrs. Todd Manning and have all the perks that go with that.
Most people would say you've been subjected to a fate worse than death.
I'll make you a bet. But if you made your offer on the open market, half the unattached women in Landview would take you up on it.
Only half, huh? Well, I guess it's like the flip of a coin, right?
I don't think they'd be quite so ambivalent about it. You're quite a catch, you know.
Tell it to Dorian.
Well, she probably doesn't have any trouble getting help at Logan's department store. I've gone in there and waited 15 minutes while those people pretended not to notice me. Now I walk into the designer department, and they're all over me. Oh, Mrs. Manning, have you seen this? It's from Paris. Oh, you would look heavenly in this Donna Karan, Mrs. Manning. I've tried on practically every dress in the store the other day, and I knew that I could afford all of them. That dress that I wore to the wedding today, I didn't even look at the price tag on it. When you've spent your entire adult life balancing your checkbook to the last penny because you're always in danger of bouncing a $10 check, this is like living in a fairy tale.
Whatever turns you on.
The day after we got married, I walked into a car dealership. I pointed at an unbelievably expensive white convertible with real leather upholstery and all the options, paid for it in full, and drove it away.
That's how you buy a car, right?
If you're Mrs. Todd Manning.
I don't understand. Are you enjoying this?
You better believe it. I cannot wait to join the country club. I'll probably be the only Latina there.
Except, of course, for the people mowing the grass greens or in the kitchen.
All right, hold on now. Let's not lose sight of the object of this exercise, all right? You are supposed to stay my wife until Blair and Dorian are no longer a threat to the custody of Star. We had a deal.
And I'll stick to it.
Good. All the rest of the stuff, whatever. You deserve it.
Why?
Well, because you look good in those clothes, and you look good behind the wheel of a convertible. And you're not like those jerks at the country club. Look, you're not a bimbo off the streets, all right? You are a high-powered, smart lawyer. You are a professional. That's why you landed this gig. Now, why don't you do everybody a favor and try and lighten up and enjoy it?
Well, maybe I can fit in anywhere, but San Juan is another matter.
What's the problem here?
There's no problem. I'll just take him up to my room.
Well, do you want him in your room or do you want him down here?
Doesn't matter.
Well, then answer the question.
Well, I'd have to move something of yours.
Fine. If you can't find your place in this world, you gotta make your own.
Do I please, I hope so, smell coffee?
Yeah. Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the perch.
There's clam sauce in the freezer. I could microwave you some. That bird does not like me.
I'm supposed to be the paranoid in the family. This bird likes everybody. Except Dorian Lord. He has great taste.
Well, I hate to be a stool pigeon, but sometimes when you're not around, that bird squawks at me a lot. He's even tried to bite me.
Is that true? Huh? Don't bite me. Look, listen. Delgado is good people. You got that? You leave her alone. No, she's not trying to take your food. If anything, she's brought another plate into this house that you can steal from. Now, come here. You say something nice.
Okay. Hey, we're both in this gilded cage together, okay? So let's make the best of it. Go ahead. Dunk away. There's... All right. There's plenty in here for both of us. Where is Star?
Shouldn't be here, Blair. You should be in the hospital.
Oh, right. I should just lie there and stay out of your way, right? Now, where is my little girl?
Let me help you.
No! Don't you come near me. Star! Honey, it's your mommy. Where are you?
She's right upstairs. Judith is playing with her. She's
I want
fine.
to see her now.
Hey, calm down, all right?
Why don't you sit down?
Why don't you go to hell? I dragged myself out of hospital bed to see my little girl, not to talk with a little gold digger like you. Star, honey!
Listen, you asked Todd for a divorce, so you have no right to come barging into his residence like this.
You had no right to steal my little girl away from me while I was in a coma.
I was granted custody in a court of law.
Oh, based on a lie that I would never get better.
And do you think you're in any condition to take care of a child now?
You know what? You may be the new Mrs. Manning. You may be able to worm your way into Todd's heart, into his wallet, and even put your crap in his apartment. But Star's mine. Do you understand that?
You touch another one of my things, and I will have you arrested.
Oh, please do. Then we can tell the cops why they should lock Todd up. Yeah, he tried to frame Patrick Thornhart for a murder that he committed, didn't you, Todd? Now tell me it wasn't you that placed that bomb on that yacht, the one that blew Guy Armitage to Kingdom Come.
And who put that idea in your head, huh? Dorian, who wouldn't have a nice thing to say about me if you put a gun to her head. Or maybe it was Patrick who said I was out to get him. Oh, he doesn't have another agenda. With friends like that giving you advice, it's no wonder you lost your way.
I lost my way.
Yeah, when they slithered into your hotel room and whispered in your ear, hey, Blair, we got an idea. Why don't you divorce Todd now?
You think I move fast, do you?
Yes.
As fast as you? When you stole my little girl away from me before I even came out of the coma?
That was Dorian again. She tried to stick it to me. She tried to get it Star. All I did was fight back.
You know what brought me out of that coma, Todd? Somewhere deep deep inside of me, I was dreaming about her. I just wanted to hold my little girl. And that's why I woke up. No, she wasn't there. She was gone because you stole her. Now I want her back.
Want some water?
Yes. Are you all right?
I will be once I have my little girl in my arms.
Does the hospital know you're here? I mean, aren't you seriously jeopardizing your own recovery?
Like you care whether I live or die.
I care about Star and the memories that'll burn inside her head if she sees her mother trying to walk toward her and falling down.
I want to see my little girl now.
Judith!
Todd, stop!
You have no say in this.
I do as Todd's legal advisor. If you let Star near that woman right now, you are seriously compromising the case I can make for you as a responsible parent.
I already have custody. I don't need for you to build a case.
Oh, and you don't think this woman's going to take you to court? Of course she won't win. The judge will see what kind of physical condition she's in. And her mental condition's even worse, explosive and irresponsible. But if you let that woman, anyone near your child, the judge will see that you are totally unfit as well.
Blair would never hurt Star.
Not deliberately.
Are you a mother? Have you ever been a mother? Could anything alive ever come out of you? Todd, all the time that I was in the hospital, do you know what I kept thinking? I just kept thinking if I could just stand over Star's crib and reach down and touch her and then smell her skin. Oh, just smell her sweet, soft skin. Todd, when you brought her home from the hospital and I wasn't there, did she miss me?
Yes.
See? Yeah, you know that. And you still give her away from me? Are you that much of a monster, Todd?
Don't you see what she's doing? She's guilt-tripping you like a master.
Shut your mouth. I'll make sure you see Star.
I'm calling Dorian.
Oh,
Now.
don't call Dora.
Your ex-wife is in need of help, and you are obviously not able to give it to her.
I'll go get Star.
Oh, look at you. My beautiful little girl. Yeah. Oh, Star. I missed you so much. Do you know that? Do you know how much I missed you, sweetie? Look how big you are. Hey, look how big you are. You have gotten so big, haven't you? Yes, you have. You know what, your Aunt Vicky told me. Hey, your Aunt Vicky told me that she's taking you swimming. Yes, that's your daddy's bird over there, that big old bird. You like that bird? He talk to you? He goes, rah! Is that what he says? That's what he says. Yeah. Hey, Aunt Vicky told me that she's taking you swimming. And that you love to swim and that you become this big old water baby. Is that right? That you love to swim. That you swim like you've been swimming all your life, huh? Yeah. And that you cry when you have to get out of the pool. Is that it? Because you're having so much fun? Hey, Star. Mommy's going to take you swimming, all right? When I'm better, I promise you that. And we're going to be together forever and ever, all right? Yeah. And we're going to have so much fun. Oh, and at night I'm going to tuck you in. And I'm going to sing to you. I'm going to sing to you your favorite song. Hush. Hush, little baby. Don't say a word. By you, the mockingbird. Okay, sweetie.
as that mockingbird note sings. Mommy's gonna buy you a diamond ring. It's okay, sweetie. It's okay. It's all right. Okay. Honey, please.
Star's gonna be fine, okay? Star's gonna be okay.
You think I upset her?
I think you're tired. And I think you ought to get back to the hospital.
Just what do you think you're doing? You should be back in bed. And you can't even walk, really? How did you get here?
I took a taxi.
If you're going to do something this crazy, the least you could have done is call me first. All right, Todd. Do we really have to make this a big scene? Why don't you get Star for us, and we'll be on our way?
Star's not going anywhere. Star's upstairs with her nanny having a meltdown. Do you know why? Because her mother started to cry. And her mother couldn't stop crying. I don't think she meant to, but I think she scared her.
You're a liar.
See, she belongs in the hospital.
I'm not sick, Todd.
Well, take her to your house, Dorian. Take her somewhere where she can get some rest.
I don't need to rest. I got here, didn't I?
Yeah, I'm pure adrenaline, and when you got here, you fell down.
We have got to get out of here, Blair. Come on.
Blair, the next time you want to see Star, call first. Well, that was fun.
No, it wasn't. It was poisonous. You saw the effect it had on Star. Isn't that why you wanted custody, to keep your daughter away from scenes like that? Well, is it or isn't it? I need to know, because that's my job.
No, your job is to keep your mouth shut when I tell you to, and you didn't do that. You blew it. Now, I know how to handle Blair, all right? You stay out of it. Is that clear?
Don't you ever tell me to shut up again. Are we clear about that, Mr. Manning? I am the only friend you have, and you cannot afford to tick me off.
Carlotta. Not you, too.
What, did I say something?
No. Are you here to console me because my son has left the nest?
You need consoling?
No.
No. Because you take it just like I do and just keep on going.
Well, what other choice do we have?
I don't know. Have you ever just considered folding?
No. No, and neither have you.
Well,
What happened?
have you ever had that horrible feeling that you've just been kidding yourself about something, and now you realize you just can't anymore?
Has Todd hurt you?
No. Look, Carlotta, I didn't just marry him for the money, you know.
Well, what else can a man like that give you?
A place where I felt like I could belong. I don't belong anywhere. I don't belong anywhere. And I never will. Oh.
So, Bert, are things this exciting wherever it is you used to live? Babies crying, people screaming, women on crutches falling down. You know, a year ago, I was in Ireland trying to learn to walk again after taking those bullets that were meant for Thornhart. So I know how much pain Blair was in. And I know what it took for her to get here. And to walk in on me in Delgado. Now, I know it's not the same as when I walked in on her and Thornhart on the floor, but still, not nice. But hey, I gotta do what I gotta do, right? Keep Star. And that wouldn't be a problem without you-know-who.
Clam sauce.
No, clam sauce is not the villain here. It's the bad guy who stole my woman and messed everything up in my life. Killed a man in Ireland.
Capo.
Exactly. So, I guess I should return that phone call to Armitage Publishing. Hey, Mr. Green. Well, could I talk to Mr. Green, please? Todd Manning. Hey, Mr. Green. Hi. Oh, great. Just great. Listen, I understand that you've made a decision that, you're gonna use your papers to push that the Whiting murder case be reopened. Terrific. That's terrific. I just want to know if there's anything I can do to help. I do have those notes, on my meeting with Keneally. Yeah, sure, I could fax them to you. I also happen to have some background information on Patrick Thornhart. Good. All right. No, thank you. You are doing a huge public service. I mean, I know that I'm going to sleep a whole lot better knowing that Patrick Thornhart is where he belongs, in an Irish jail, facing murder charges. All right. We got him, Bird. Patrick Thornhart is going down.